Another day of shenanigans for AMC movie theater stock. We got some new numbers that are coming out, and again, this stuff just doesn't seem to really make sense when you really think about it. So I'm going to be going to that in just a second. Just going to clear my throat. And a special shout out thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate it, guys. And a double shout out to Rem AG for being a higher tiered level supporter. If you guys would like to support for as little as $1 a month, there is a link in the description for that. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinions, my own research, and I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research as well. Okay, so looking at this, we can see that AMC is up just slightly on the day. It went up 0.2%. In the aftermarkets, it's suggesting that it's slightly down. We can actually see the volume was very, very low. It was 31.11 million, and it's been very low. Look at these massive price moves that we're seeing, especially over the course of the last couple days, and there's just no volume, right? If we zoom out on this, by comparison, if we go back to August 24th, August 25th time period, even just towards the end of August, starting to go in towards September, it was still noticeably higher than where we are now. It was definitely more noticeable around July and obviously around the May period when we had that big run up to its high, right? So when you take a look at that, you say, all right, there's not really much volume, but we do see a pretty dramatic impact on the price. What exactly is going on? Well, we know that there's a whole bunch of activity going through the dark pools. We can verify that. We can see over here on the dark pool data, 27.7 million shares, and it's now over $1 billion. So that number has since gone up on this. And by comparison, something else we could see is that supposedly the short interest rate has gone down yet again. So this is the closest information I could find on the updated short interest rate. So I'm hoping that this is as accurate as possible. I know these numbers are very close to what we've been seeing. So I do believe this is correct, just making that statement out there. But, the one big thing I really want to point out here is that this was about 2.1 million shares available to borrow. So supposedly a whole bunch of shares got returned yesterday, and then the price went down a whole bunch, and now a whole bunch of shares are borrowed again. So you got like 700,000 shares that have been borrowed, supposedly. And by borrowing those shares, somehow the price has gone up a little bit by comparison. But there's not much activity. And most of the activity that we're seeing is taking place through the dark pool. So if most of the activity is taking place through the dark pool, doesn't that mean that there's a large indicator suggesting that the market makers or the major institutions, whoever it is that's doing this activity through the dark pool, they're basically borrowing shares and then moving the price around the way that they want to through the dark pool to make whatever gains that they want to be able to do, because that works off of a different price metric system. And they're getting away with this. I mean, I just don't really understand. I feel that if you're going to be borrowing a share, you should be obligated to have to short it or to sell it and have a very short time frame window to be able to do that. It makes no sense to say, hey, can I borrow this share? You know what I mean? Like, do something with it. We want to have legitimate numbers. We want to be able to track these things. If you're just casually sitting on it any given point in time, you can just get rid of it. Boom, just quickly. There's like no repercussions for this. It's ridiculous. Then we also see the price is down to right around $40 again, right? People keep wanting to do these options contracts. Look at the $40 strike price. It's at $6,274. And guess what? It's basically maximized its potential right now for call options to be out of the money. We do have 2 more days in this week. I'm hoping that it goes up, but just look at this. At $41, it then goes into 15,000 shares, and then 24,000 shares, 15,000 shares, 12,000, 17,000. You get the point. And so with where it is right now, if they drop it below $40, I mean, there's basically nothing here. Almost nothing would be in the money. All of that would be gains and profits for the market makers, the people that are doing these short-term option contracts. That this expires out of the money. It's just money that goes into their pocket. Like, what are people thinking? People are degenerate gamblers. You guys are crazy. You can do whatever you want with your money. But I'm telling you, this is stupid that people keep doing this. and they get burned over and over and over again. It keeps fueling them more fire. I mean, people are like basically penny pinching when in reality we have an opportunity for this to go to $100,000 to $800,000. We talk about the numbers. You look at the synthetic shares. You look at the naked shorting. All the evidence that suggests that that is actually happening, right? So why is it that people are penny pinching this stuff? Who is it that's proactively doing that? Not being able to fully track information like the short positions is a huge problem. The payment for order flow is a huge problem. I mean, there's a whole slew of things. The report that the SEC supposedly just put out with these seemingly inaccurate data about the short interest rates for AMC back towards the beginning of the year, it's just a whole slew of problems. We need to get this stuff figured out. We need to be able to make progress and move forward. And it's just about the community staying strong, holding their ground, believing in this cause, raising awareness to things, and continuing to fight. So there's actually, let me go take a look over here. So I did just send out a tweet. Where did I post it? It should be under my tweets here, I think. So there is so I'm going to have a link to this. This is a petition that's posted on change.org. I mean, hopefully it does something, but if you guys want to fight against payment for order flow, you'll be able to go cast your vote over there. Let's go see what it's at right now. It is at 7,797 people have signed so far, pushing for trying to get to 10,000. Obviously, the more the better. If it way exceeds 10,000, we go to 100,000 to 500,000. I mean, literally, in my opinion, I think the more that support this, the better to sign that petition. Anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. I do have referral links in the description. If you want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock, feel free to go check that out. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. It does help us out with the YouTube search algorithm, and click the bell icon. I do go live from time to time, and I will see you guys in the next episode.